Good day, I am Rizzy Equipado from NU MOA and I will be discussing the steps and mechanisms of blood coagulation. What is blood coagulation? Coagulation is the process by which a blood clot is formed. It is an important part of hemostasis, which refers to any process that stops bleeding by clot formation in injured vessels. It begins almost immediately after an injury to the blood vessel has damaged the endothelium lining of the vessel. Now, what is the blood clotting mechanism? In accordance with the blood coagulation, the blood clotting process is the method through which a thrombus or clot forms, preventing excess blood from leaking out. Fibrin and platelets combine to form this gel-like substance. Clotting is a step-by-step process involving the interaction between various blood and its components known as coagulation factors. The mechanism of blood coagulation is known as hemostasis or homeostasis. This is what it looks like. For the first stage, this occurs after an accident or wound that leads in blood loss. This leads to vasoconstriction, which triggers the vessel walls to respond quickly and decrease the quantity of blood that flows to the affected location. This step is basically wound healing, in which the blood begins to create a gel-like material that prevents additional blood loss, like I mentioned earlier. The next stage is when the platelet serves as an important function in preventing bleeding in the wounded area. This is initiated by a process known as secondary homeostasis, which results in the formation of a fibrin clot. The granule contents that are kept contain ADP as well as thromboxane, which activates the platelets in the blood plasma. For the last stage, the clotting process results in the formation of fibrinogen, a soluble plasma protein. Fibrin proteins bind together to create a blood clot. If the protein is exclusively formed of platelets, it is referred to as white thrombosis. On the other hand, if red blood cells are involved, it is referred to as red thrombosis. This is the last stage in the blood coagulation mechanism. Here are diagrams to understand the clotting factors better. Here is the clotting process. The first step is there should be an injury or damage. Then, the factors are activated. Then the vessels contracts, the platelets come in to plug, and then the fibrin clot. Here are the references that I used to make the slides. Thank you!